This has been going on for quite a while, and we've got quite a lot of views out of it, so we might as well talk about it some more. But it seems that the internal investigation over CM Punk and the EVP Backstage confrontation is complete, and by judging who is back on television, we know who the decision found in favour of.
Well, we hadn't heard the end of that. That's not going to end there. I think Punk, and he may have already been taken care of. See what I mean? For them to release that statement, it's over, it's done. I think they've already handled Punk's departure financially and legally, I guess, because they don't want him going through a long, drawn out court case or lawsuit because it makes AEW look bad. Because if AM Punk was suing them, what are your dirt sheets going to talk about every week? They're going to talk about the lawsuit. Who said what? Who's under deposition? Who's under this? Who's under that? Who's telling the truth? So instead of, they don't want that. I wouldn't want it either. So my guess is that he threatened to sue, which I think he did. And I think now they made a settlement, which, if he's not going to sue, was apparently in Punk's liking. And he said, okay, if you do this and this and this, I won't sue you. And I think Tony Khan agreed to it. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just listening to what steps they've taken and how it's ending up. But that would be my educated guess on it.
I find it very interesting that a lot of the younger fans, I imagine, are siding with Kenny Omega in the Young Bucks. Some more people of the old guard are more seeing it from CM Punk's point of view as, you know, frustrations boiling over, and he's more of the kind of pro wrestler that the older guard appreciate more than the younger guard.
Well, I kind of, I don't like the way they handled it. I think both of them had, I think CM Punk had more of a case than the Young Bucks did, I think, because they don't want anybody telling them what to do. By the same token, Punk don't want anybody telling him what to do, but you're in wrestling. That's your job. You're supposed to go out, and it's like you're working in a movie, and you're a killer. Oh, I don't want to be a killer. It makes me look bad. It's a movie. Oh, I don't want to say those words because I don't think, and this is what Lex Luger used to do. Lex Luger used to talk about himself in third person all the time. He says, I don't think Lex would do that. Oh, I became frustrated. You want to punch him sometimes. He talks about Lex like Lex is not there. You know, the real Lex is there. So I don't think Lex would do that. They used to make me, when I've heard him say it a bunch of times. And I would say, get the F out of here. What the hell? Now I think I'm in a third dimension. You know, like Twilight Zone, you're in the third dimension. Here's a wrestler in a make-believe business to start off with. Now he's making it more make-believe by talking about a make-believe character and what he would do and what he wouldn't do. It was crazy. But anyway, I think Punk, that's what I think about what's ended up here is because I think Tony made him a deal and he liked it. And it may just completely fade away. And if it fades away, which it looks like it's going to do, I think that's what's happened.
The day that the investigation was announced as pretty much over, there was a story released by somebody, probably in the Punk camp, where they claimed that
I like that. I like that. I like those by somebody. I like that. Well, who said that? Somebody. Oh, okay, that's somebody. Is he reliable? Yes, he always.
Somebody always gives me information.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. So somebody released a report
that Larry the dog the emotional support dog for CM Punk, ended up getting a door in the face and breaking some teeth. And then everybody else on Earth has come out and said that definitely didn't happen. And it's just Just oh so coincidental timing that as soon as the investigation over, that story somehow crept out.
The dog had 2 teeth knocked out.
Apparently, there's some tooth damage to the dog because it was stood behind the door when the Young Bucks super kicked the door open.
Where was Britt Baker?
Exactly. Where was Britt
She
Baker?
was there taking care of teeth, and all of a sudden, a dog gets the teeth knocked out. But Britt Baker can't find the time away from her hustling wrestling career to help this poor dog out. So, wait a minute. Did you call that dog a support animal?
Yeah, I did. I just thought it'd be funny.
Is he really a support animal or no?
I don't know. I find it weird that someone would bring their dog to work, especially if you're a pro wrestler. Unless you're Rick Steiner and you're taking the dog to just terrify the other wrestlers.
Yeah. So when you said a support animal, I'm thinking, oh no, wait a minute. CM Punk, he has mental problems and he has to have a support animal.
Yeah. Somebody made that up, but that somebody was me.
Okay. Oh, you made it up. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But that's a great thing to take and start putting the conspiracies behind it. And they knew he had a support dog and he was kind of mentally unbalanced. And they went in there and all this was planned out weeks in advance. So,
couple more things I'll mention is Tony Khan doesn't sign anybody for any less than a 3-year deal, so it could either be a 3-year, 4-year, or 5-year deal. CM Punk has been there just over a year, so that could be, if there's a contract buyout, it could be up to nearly 4 years of payment.
But that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So he's been there a year on a 3-year deal?
At the very least, a 3-year deal. We don't know how the contract, we don't know his contract specifically, but Tony doesn't sign people for less than 3 years, it seems.
I don't get that, especially a startup company. I would let them, if they would sign it, but they may not sign it if it's a 1-year deal. I wouldn't offer anybody over a 1-year deal because look what Punk did. All of a sudden, it signed a 3-year deal, and after a year, it all blows up in their face. Now, he's liable for another 2 years, or to make a settlement, which I'm maintaining he has. But that would be a pain in the butt. I mean, some of those guys, why would you sign them for 3 years? And let me ask you, if he signed you for a 3-year deal, see, I'm still not fully cognizant of how this payment works. Say he gives you $200,000 a year, let's say, for 3 years, and you do a year, but does he pay like that? I've heard he pays well.
I think he pays pretty well. For CM Punk, I imagine it would be in the $1 million plus easily per year.
Yeah.